Hello, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
And I'm Mariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you would like your podcasts with very mild themes and the language to be, kind of elfish? No, anyway. I don't know where my brain went just now. Anyway, if you want something that's family friendly, go over to her podcast Unlocked, where they discuss things with people. They
They discuss things with people. Generally about people. Nancy Drew.
That's what I said.
Exactly. So what are we talking about today, sister?
Today we are talking about, things that are confusing and weird. I guess this is my confusing way of saying we're talking about the most confusing villains.
Yeah, this is our the second part of our two-part series on villains.
Our two-part series.
So we're going to talk about villains with the most confusing motives, or just the most confusing villains in general to us.
Basically, this list is called, What Were You Thinking?
Yeah, what were you guys thinking? Some of them, they've all been explained. I guess. They were explained somehow. Not well. They were explained. These are in no particular order. I forgot to put one down. There we go. I went back on a lot of these because I was like, maybe I'm forgetting something. Maybe I just forgot what it was. No, I went back and I looked and they still don't make sense. So I literally on one of these have a link to the wiki where I'm going to read part of it because fuck this. So, in no particular order, call out when you're ready, sister.
Okay. Oh, well, you know what?
Start where you want.
I'm going to start with the one that you need the Wikipedia thing for. Big Mike and Pua.
What the fuck, guys? What the actual fuck? Okay, so I still have no clue what you guys were doing, why you guys were doing it, and Nancy took the entire wrap-up to tell us because it didn't actually get explained to us during the game. So she had to take the entire wrap-up
no way
to tell
know
us
any of this.
Didn't find out any of it in the game. It was a very Sherlock Holmes ending, I have to admit. Wasn't it, though?
It really was.
It was so like, yes.
I had this information all along, didn't you? What?
Oh,
no.
Holmes, please tell me, how did you figure this out? Well, Watson, it was quite easy once you figured it out.
Once I took into account that he was a smoker, and there was
I know. It was that kind of
and
fucking
that's how
ending.
I knew. I knew by his particular brand of tobacco that he smokes that he went to this war. Like that's the level that it is. Oh yes, Big Mike. He worked with pineapples for a little bit a bunch of years ago, and decided to use that to get back his grandmother's or his aunt's land, which he suddenly remembered he gets if the place closes down. And
so, the real reason they're there to find out why the Malpus are spreading rumors that the Healy Healy Research Center are destroying the local pineapple crop, as Richard Aikens, so that's why the Hardys are there. It turns out Mike would inherit the Healy Healy if it were to go out of business, which may have something to do with him being a former pineapple grower. He brought fritillated flag beetles to Hawaii so they would destroy the pineapples, then blamed it on the Healy Healy's research. He needed money to pay off Johnny Kudo, a man who sold stolen items to a pawn shop that Mike was harboring for him. When Frank finds this out, Mike confesses his plan to authorities. That is what we get. What? What? The actual fuck? I'm sorry. I get really emotional about this, but what the
While we're
actual
at it-
fuck, guys?
While we're at it, why did he owe Johnny Kudo money?
Why? There's nothing. We have no reason. There's
My
literally...
dad owes some money to some really bad guys.
Why?
What was the line? There apparently is this huge story that that's what I want to see. I want to see how Big Mike gets to that point in the volcano. I want to see what life has he lived, because this is not just one bad decision. This is a series of horrible decisions.
I know. The fact that he has somehow come to this place in his life where he's owing Johnny Kudo money. He has been a former pineapple grower. He has decided now that the best way to give Johnny Kudo the money is not this business he's built from the ground up of his own accord. Like, he has this business. Instead of doing something with this business he owns, he's instead going to use beetles to...
invoke the name of a spirit thing,
to close down the research place so he can get the estate that his very, very fortuitous for him that his aunt left kind of to him if the Healy Healy somehow got closed. Like,
why did she put that stipulation in
Yeah.
there?
That is so ridiculous. All of this is so everything about this is ridiculous.
That's
I'm
so
sorry.
Raven. I am just...
Everything about this is ridiculous. I have to point out. I have to point it out there that everything about it is ridiculous. And none of it makes any sense. And that's why they are so confusing. Why did they do it? And what did Pua get out of any of this?
Like, what the shit,
Why did
Pua?
Pua not just leave?
You are a grown-ass woman. Just go.
You're like a pro surfer.
Right? Just go.
Just go.
I feel like ours is partly like just a warning. Just Pua, go. Like, your dad's in real deep here, honey. Don't go down with the ship.
Honestly,
It's
Pua. And that's why Big Mike and Pua Mapu are so confusing to us.
So confusing. Yeah.
So, yeah. Next I'm gonna talk about Emily from Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Please do.
First of all, the bone. Bone. Why does she have a bone?
I think it was supposed to be that it's a treat for the dogs.
Okay. I'll take that. For those who don't realize what I'm talking about, in the last scene, when we're down in the well with the gold, she appears with a large femur.
Just brandishing it.
A large femur. Being like, hey, Nancy. Which, okay, also, I was looking on the Wikipedia to see if I was missing something from what we learned from her. And the only thing I was missing is apparently on the Twitch stream that her interaction had for Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, little Jackalope shared that apparently Emily is supposed to be in her late 20s. I know.
Oh no.
I know. They modeled her to look like she's in her 30s or 40s. I'm sorry.
I genuinely thought she was like in her 40s.
I thought she was in her 40s too. She's supposed to be in her late 20s apparently, according to Little Jackalope.
Oofda.
Yes. So. Huh. But, other than that, no, there's nothing I missed. By the way. There's nothing we missed. Looking at that wiki, she is trying to scare Sally off of the Malone property so she can get the gold. By
I done it for gold.
Dogs. by using dogs. What? Why don't you just try to...
I mean, wasn't she already poisoning the water hole? Like, why does she need to scare them off with quote-unquote ghost dogs?
I'm so confused. It's just so convoluted.
Why is this necessary?
Like, you're just...
Like, she was a step away from putting on a fucking mask and coming out and being... Oh,
you're being a Scooby-Doo villain!
Yes!
Like, you have to have some sort of self-awareness at that point, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just becoming a Scooby-Doo villain. Am I not?
At what point do you look in the mirror and go, Emily, is this what you wanted for yourself?
You just want to become a Scooby-Doo villain. Because...
you want to monologue at those meddling kids and...
Evil ages people.
It does. It do.
Evil ages people.
It's
true. It's true. But and also the things she goes through to just like she puts us in a she knocks us over the head and puts us in a shed and sets it on fire.
Yeah.
Because she wants gold.
This is like a get-rich-quick scheme done the hardest possible way.
I know. I'm so confused.
Like,
Emily, no.
I don't know. I'm gonna train these dogs. First, I gotta find 4 dogs.
I know.
Where do I get 4 Rottweilers?
I'm gonna get rich quick with this 600 pounds of gold. But first... It's
not even like she gets some she's looking for some notoriety of getting his gold. She just wants to have the gold. And it's probably not that much. Like, I'm sure that she thinks nothing through, but then she's clearly overthinking, because then you're like reading through her notes on the whole thing, and it's like this plan just keeps steadily like it gets worse. It just keeps going.
It does.
I want to say progressing, but that implies that there's some, but no, it's going further and further, and it's terrifying.
Honestly. Yeah. It's so, honestly, Emily, just run a multi-level marketing scheme.
Right? Like, sweetheart, just go be Emily in accounting, okay? Just...
Honestly, girl, just,
there are easier ways to make money.
Yeah.
Go find an old man and marry him,
Yes, and just kill him. See, easier ways to make money.
And you can still be a villain while doing so.
Exactly.
Jesus.
See? Go embezzle some money.
Yeah.
Girl, just follow your dreams in a less convoluted manner.
like the warden in Holes, she's going to a lot of fucking effort for this. And I know that at this point it's like, oh, it's a family pride thing, but like, Jesus, lady, there are better ways to live your life.
So that was Emily. Emily is fun.
Let's go even further down the what the fuck rabbit hole.
Minette! What the fuck, Minette? Okay, Minette is what the fuck on multiple levels, because Minette...
I don't know how she exists as a person.
Is an extra level of convoluted, because she has this whole thing with the secret police from Germany. Right? Right?
Saying it out loud is so much worse.
I know. So she's having to do all this stuff for the secret police from Germany, right? And it's like, why is she having to do this stuff? This back-sided stuff. I can't think of
backdoor dealings.
Thank you. For the secret police from Germany, because that seems very bad. It's because they know about the tattoo on her face. I'm not shitting you.
I hate this so much.
I fucking hate that game so much.
Like, everything about Minette as a character confuses me. Her motives in this game, her motives as a human being, her motives as a designer,
I want something that's... No, I need you to get me something else. These are trash. I don't want to see these. Get rid of them.
Get me better trash.
I'm like, what do you want from me? I need round things. Okay.
I just...
Okay.
She's just the worst written thing ever.
In any game ever.
She is pure chaos.
Chaotic energy turned up to 10. I mean, she makes absolutely zero sense. And then you have to do, like, and then at the end, you're like, I know your secret. And she's like, yeah! And you're like, what the fuck? She literally starts trying
Your reaction to this is to fight me.
It's actually... It's like, I know your secrets, Minette, and also I found a bunch of hidden art for some reason. But that has nothing to do with you, because this game has nothing to do with you actually for some reason. And Minette goes, well, you can't tell anyone if I fight you first. And it's like, Minette, you're 90 pounds. You're like 5'2", and like...
What were they thinking when they designed this character? I don't ask for a lot of realism out of my Nancy Drew characters. Really, I'm okay with them being cartoons. I'm okay with it. But this Minette, she shouldn't exist. I almost wish that there'd been some kind of, like, psychiatric checkup in the Dear Ned portion. We got Minette on the right meds, so she's looking all right now. Like, I need something for this part.
Yeah, Minette just...
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing when they wrote Danger by Design, but I'm really glad they
I'm glad they got that
moved
phase
on
out of their system. Like, that was a cool phase, guys, but, you know. Here you go. Take the makeup off. We'll
move on.
Apparently they went through, like, a weird goth phase for me.
Apparently.
Let's move on to someone that
otherwise we'll spend way too much time.
We'll spend way too much time. We need to do an entire episode about Minette.
Minette. Where is she now? Sorry. Minette True Hollywood Story.
We'll follow up the Sunny June conundrum with the psychosis of Minette. I like it. But yes, we'll move on to somebody who's maybe a little more comprehensible, but still deserves to be on the list.
Dwayne Powers. In general, I said in Ransom of the Seven Ships first, because I'm really confused about, like, his motives in Ransom of the Seven Ships of, I've been put in jail, so I'm going to prove to her that I'm a good actor. By... And, like, this is Ransom of the Seven Ships. I've been put in jail by this girl detective. So when I come out, I'm going to prove to her I'm a good actor by getting her to find treasure for me.
And pretending to be weird, racist-ish caricatures.
Yes. By putting on some fucking blackface. He puts on blackface. I'm sorry. He puts on the Jamaican accent. It's fucking blackface.
Mm-hmm. That's some messed up shit right there.
So, Dwayne Powers, racist.
Dwayne Powers racist. Okay.
Is so confusing in that game specifically. I'm gonna start with that game just because that was the first one that I thought of. Because what? The first thing I do when I'm out of jail after being reformed from trying to kill someone with a bomb. I should not be out of jail yet at all, but I am out of jail because this is a children's game for some reason. I'm going to get out of jail, and the first thing I'm going to do, now that I'm reformed and out of jail, is I'm going to go and I'm going to track down a girl, kidnap her friend, and I'm going to prove to her I'm a good actor by forcing her to find me some treasure.
By forcing her to act out this fantasy. I mean...
That's...
Some next level fucked up shit right there, Dwayne.
What the actual fuck, Dwayne Powers?
I feel like that's the actual, like, title of this episode. What the actual fuck, villains?
That'll be the, like, subtitle.
Right, like, the unofficial one.
Yeah.
Like, all these people have weird, like, we've got, you know, Mike, who has a chronic case of bad decision-making, and we've got Minette, who's just a weird, chaotic thing, but theirs are, like, their weird mis-sense of motive, is just a facet of the story. Dwayne's is the entire game.
I know!
You know? So it's like, he's not only lost it, he's making it everybody else's problem.
Honestly.
Like...
That's the issue with Dwayne. Is he makes his issues everyone else's problem. Like, that's just his character.
I'm a failed actor. Fuck Rick Garland.
To be fair, you just nailed Tim in Stay Tuned for Danger. We no longer have to talk about what the fuck in Stay Tuned for Danger. You just nailed it. I'm a failed actor. Fuck Rick Garland.
This makes all the sense.
It makes all the sense. Just so much sense. Yeah.
It really is all that it is.
That, honestly, I am a terrible actor. Maddie Jensen doesn't love me anymore. Fuck Rick Garland.
Like, I'm gonna blow his shit up.
That's literally what happens.
And then, I don't know what his fucking endgame was for Lillian and like...
He was just gonna fucking murder her and leave her on the stage. That was gonna happen.
She wasn't even, like, getting close to him or anything like that. She straight up has no idea who's up there. No. And Rick is like, haha, I'm gonna kill you. Because, yeah.
I'm gonna kill you because otherwise I can't escalate my power fantasy.
Like,
to be fair, that actually does, that follows.
Checks.
That follows. You know.
Yeah.
Power fantasy. You gotta take it from almost killing someone to actually killing someone.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
whatever.
That's Dwayne. Let's move on.
Let's move on to Soren from Sea of Darkness. Soren, what the actual fuck? So I understand, kind of, that Soren, he's the history buff. He wants to find out the history of the ship and shit. There's a whole subplot about how he was going to find the history and he had like a grant maybe from Harvard and then it got denied from him. But how did that escalate into kidnapping Magnus? And what were you gonna do, buddy?
What was your end game?
What was your end game with the whole kidnapping?
I don't know, I thought maybe we'd fall in love and everything would be fine. He wouldn't even mind that I kidnapped him.
Maybe we'd develop some Stockholm Syndrome, and, it would be fine in the end.
I could steal Toomey. That would really make him love me then.
That was actually a really good Soren. Which is really funny, because you've only played the game once.
I know!
Honestly, Soren, dude, what the fuck? Like, I get trying to find the fucking treasure. Whatever. Get the treasure, get the fuck out of Dodge. Cool. You know, fuck the people in your town. Hoo-hoo. Get out of the Dodge. You're like, hey, they've been mean to me. I take the treasure and I leave. Fine. But what the fuck about kidnapping Magnus? I don't understand.
He's like... I feel like that whole thing just kind of escalated out of his control. He's like Dean Pelton in Community, where like all of his best laid plans just kind of kept escalating and like oh shit, no, this is totally what it. Oh shit, no, yeah, okay, well, I have a man in a closet right now. Like,
yeah, no, you know what?
This was not what he planned. He planned maybe some, like, light Scooby-Doo shit, and...
I can see that. He just makes no sense to me. I mean, I can understand it up to a point, but the kidnapping just,
When did this seem like a good idea?
Exactly. It's like, did he... Even if he thought Magnus knew where the treasure was, what did he think he would do with Magnus afterwards? Did he think, I'd get the treasure and then leave?
Just imagine having that conversation. What are you going to do with me afterwards? I don't know!
You know, actually, that sounds really in character, to be honest.
By the way, he had, like, a knife in his hand. He has no idea where he got it from.
He's got the big, what is it? I don't remember the name of it.
Fish.
It's a named battle axe that he has.
That one.
Yeah.
I don't know!
It's like Grothin or something like that.
I don't know.
It's like that named battle axe. Replica battle axe. I apologize.
Yeah.
It's not the real battle axe. It's the replica.
Like, get that shit
use
straight.
The actual one. That would be history, and that belongs in a museum. Opposed to, you know, the Indiana Jones. That belongs in a museum.
Right. I was like, this was very, like, suburban. That belongs in a museum.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
have you heard
Craig,
Soren?
Those lawn gnomes do not belong in the front yard.
That's what Soren sounds like. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that's spot on.
I was taking Indiana Jones and then turning him into Soren. I'm sorry, but that belongs in a museum.
Okay.
So that's Soren. And you know what? I brought up someone else, and I'll say it. Yanni.
Yeah.
Yanni.
Right, we'll say it.
Yanni from Icicle Creek. What the fuck? So, okay. That entire game makes no sense, to me at least, I guess. Okay. Maybe other people it does make some sense, too.
Let's walk through it.
He's been sent to look for uranium in the Canadian countryside.
Mm-hmm. Where we keep it.
Under guise of training for the Olympics? In Alberta? In Alberta, obviously.
Like, there's nothing here. What do you ski, like...
So...
Cross country?
Yes, I think it's supposed to be cross country.
Okay.
I think he's supposed to be doing cross country.
Still the man.
Then the American girl is on to him. So he blows it all up.
Fuck it, I'm using the bombs now. like that. You know how with all these other people, it's like, there was some sense of escalation. This was a rapid sense of escalation. This was, oh fuck!
Honestly, it's like, oh no, there's a wolf and an American girl. Fuck! Just blow it all up.
Like someone jumped around the corner, scared him, and so he threw what he was holding down and stomped on it. It's like, okay.
It makes no sense. Also, undertones of xenophobia in that game. Yeah. We're just not supposed to trust him because he has an Eastern European accent. I'm sorry. That's some Cold War shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just not supposed to trust him. Because he speaks like that? Her interactive. Come on, get with the times.
Get your
Cold
shit
War
together.
is over.
Okay. Let's move on to Elliot.
Fucking Elliot. We have never been able to fucking figure out in-game. There is no explanation, really. It's like, I needed the money, man.
Like, do we even get that from
We
him?
don't-
It's
Wait,
just like, I'm doing
he
it.
He just says he needs money.
Like
it's
we all do,
literally
buddy.
it.
That's why you get a job.
I know.
You have a job.
I just need money. It's like, then fucking finish your plans for the
Right?
stuff for the amusement park that gives you money. Money is used in exchange for goods and services. I don't know what else to tell you, dude.
Like, okay, but why this?
Like
Like, okay.
it's another issue. Like with Emily.
It's like, okay, so you needed money. But what made you go, you know what? I'm gonna sell counterfeit carousel horses. Or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no, that's what he does. That's what he's doing. He's selling counterfeit carousel horses.
Thank you.
Which is
Because
really
I'm
fun
like,
to say.
wait, I just had a moment of, wait, is that what our villain's doing?
Yes, he's doing it partially. I know, partially is to prove that he can. Partially
Just like
is
how
to prove that
Dwayne
he's as
did the
good
whole
as
thing to show
Kessler.
he was a good actor.
Yes. The other bit is like, my dude, you are putting off doing your actual work. You're
To do
putting off
way
doing
more
your
work.
actual work to doing harder work.
Work
So you're-
smarter.
So, exactly. It's like, I'm gonna get rich quick by doing 5 times the work.
That's a very good work
What
ethic.
the hell, Elliot Chen? What are you doing? This makes absolutely no sense.
Basically, everyone on this list really needs to re-examine their lives.
Honestly, I mean, I have no clue. I'm just so confused. So,
That's our list.
that's our list of villains that confuse us. If you have villains that confuse you, their motives were incredibly confusing, please let us know on our Twitter, our Tumblr, our YouTube, or here on our Twitch. We are no longer using our SoundCloud, so don't tell us there. We're not going to see it.
I never
However,
saw it anyways.
that is true. You can let us know on our new website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com. Don't question it. Just go with it.
Just
We
go.
post all of our new episodes on there. You guys can comment on anything there.
Oh, and don't forget to rate and review us
On
the Apple and Google podcast things.
exactly.
I did it all by
Yay!
myself, you guys.
You did it all by yourself. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch to get access to our cute little emote. So just as a reminder, I'm Risa,
And I'm Ariana.
and we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.
I'm reading Rachel's. Emily, no. Emily, yes!